only on KTVO.
Ottumwa taking on Iowa City High in its first district game of the season, coming off a loss against Indianola last week. They're at home this time, and it's homecoming week as well. Let's get to the highlights. Homecoming time in Ottumwa, and Brock Hopwood gets it started in the second quarter here. He gets it out to Andrew Alfalich, and he goes all the way to the end zone. Great blocking in front of him as no one is there in any position to tackle him. That would make it 21-0 Ottumwa. And then the defense would step up on the ensuing drive. O'Shea Wiley and Chase Wood come in on the pressure, and he ends up throwing an interception, or throwing a incomplete pass, rather. And then the defense sticks up again as a pass goes out to the running back, and he gets stopped by Sam Kramer. And then on the third down play, he looks for Griffin Fellows, but Matthew Moreland is there to wrap him up, and that causes a punt. Brock Hop would have 5 touchdowns in this game. Pape Crua would have 3 touchdowns, but Isaiah Cox is hurt, and that doesn't look good going into a matchup with Cedar Rapids, Washington next week. But Ottumwa wins this one 34-0.
Let's head to Cottage Grove Avenue, where Kirksville was hosting Boonville in front of a big homecoming crowd. Let's go from the Tiger Walk to a Tiger Run. McKenna Cook would pick up the first down. It was scoreless after the first quarter of play. The Tigers scored twice when they switched ends. Blake Lewis takes it down to the 1-yard line. After that, Cook would keep it, and that would make it 7-0 Tigers. Kirksville was solid on defense early on. Give the tackle to Dylan Lewis. Boom! Great protection by the Kirksville offensive line. TJ Schilling finds Kevin Kincannon for the touchdown, but Boonville won it as Kirksville missed a 2-point conversion. Boonville was the winner tonight, 27-25.
Milan traveled to Memphis in what was a possible preseason hurdle many thought for the Wildcats heading into the season. Could Scotland County do their part? Milan playing without injured starting quarterback Holden Stahlbomber, so what do? They go to the run game. Little counter action here. Raul Palacios takes it right up the middle. Big first down. Same drive. They keep it going. Here's Chris Pacheco. He's going to take it, right up the middle. Another first down. However, the drive would stall out. Palacios drills this 40-yard field goal. Tell me how many Class 1 players can make a 40-yard field goal that easily. Scotland County's defense doing their part to keep them in it. As they get pressure on sophomore quarterback Wyatt Boyle, they bring him down for the loss. That would allow the offense to pick up. Jade Holt finds the starting QB at the beginning of the season, Aaron Buford, coming across the middle. He makes a couple nice moves, gets a couple key blocks, nearly runs me over on the sideline, takes it inside the 10, where it's first down Scotland County. We fast forward to 4th and goal after pretending to go for a field goal. Holt drops back, finds one of the best underrated plays you've never heard of in ENC for the touchdown. 6-3, Scotland County's winning. No worries, though. Milan comes right back. Boyle right down the middle. That's not Aaron Richardson, but that's Jaden Watts for the first down. 1st and goal. And here comes Chris Pacheco. Milan won it close, 26-12.
Homecoming in Albia as well. Albia taking on Centerville in what some call the Battle of Highway 5. This would be a tough matchup for Centerville as Albia is outscoring a lot of opponents. Talk about the offense. Let's start with the defense. Centerville's QB Brett Kloslerich gets this pass intercepted, goes off his receiver's hands, and Blake Bear is there for the tipped interception. He takes it all the way back into Big Red's territory, but is stopped short and as he's taken out of bounds by the QB. More defensive action after Albia does score on that drive. Again, Blake Bear here, he catches up to Tate Felton, stripping the receiver of the ball here, and he also recovers it as well, so he's having himself quite a defensive game on that same drive. That leads to a handoff to Carter Isley, and he goes in for the touchdown. That puts Albia up 35-0 in the second quarter. They go on to win big in this one, 56-7.
Next up, it's Schuyler County and North Shelby. Both teams were looking for their first win of the year. Schuyler County in maroon, Daniel Haley takes the handoff, and he rumbles all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. North Shelby would move the ball tonight through the air. Jacob Rich is always money. Nice catch on the play. The Schuyler County defense came to play. They would get the safety as they were on their game tonight. On the ensuing kickoff, Check out Keaton Nelson. He takes it all the way back for the touchdown. They've been good at that all year. Later on in the game, check out Braxton Shaw. He scampers 58 yards for the touchdown. Schuyler County wins it big tonight over North Shelby. The final 48-12.
Well, going out to a place where it actually isn't homecoming yet. Their homecoming comes up next week. The Cardinal Count is taking on Waco in a conference matchup. Both teams 0-4 in the season and in district play. And Tyler Albert gets things started really early. First play of the game from scrimmage for the Comets, and he goes all the way to the house from the 14-yard line to make it 7-0 Cardinal early. Waco would come back and score, though. Next drive for the Cardinal Comets, and it's Tyler Albert once again, 16-14 to Waco at that point, as they would score again, going for two-point conversions all night. Brandon Potts here, he keeps the drive alive on their fourth possession of the game, and he gets a first down. He does take quite a licking right there, but he comes back up, and that eventually gets them into the red zone. And Tyler Albert, again, this time cutting up through the middle, breaking through all the tackles attempted on him. He gets his third touchdown of the first half to make it 20-16 Cardinal. This game would go back and forth throughout and eventually would end with a Waco victory, 52-50.
Down Highway 15 from Memphis, Knox County and Putnam were doing battle as the Midgets were looking to stay perfect in Tri-Rivers play. We picked this one up here, and Brody Moberly, he takes this around here on the nice counter play. He picks up a big first down on what would be a big night for Moberly and the Knox County running game. Later on the drive, Drew Hodge, who dominated most of the second half, takes this in for a touchdown from close in. Knox County went up 22-8. Following the ensuing kickoff, Putnam County coming right back. Calvin Hyde with somewhere in there, breaks out, takes it around the edge, untouched, 55 yards in for the touchdown. Putnam County right back in it. Midgets going for two like they always do. Little toss sweep here to Chance Hindy. He gets in. Milan within 22-16. Knox County picked up a turnover on downs, and they came right back as Brody Moberly rushed for 273 yards on the night. Knox County rushed for 473 as a team. Some of those coming right here from Cedric Boone. This move is so good that I was lost. He runs through the Putnam County defense. Knox County took care of business, winning 38-16.
Another place where homecoming actually was happening, down south in Moravia, as they would take on Harmony in a district matchup. Homecoming time, but early on here, Sam Close gets a pitch from the QB, and he gets taken out of bounds. It would kind of be his day all day for him. Later in that drive, a sweep play to Sam Klaus. He gets into the end zone on that one. That would make it 8-0 for Moravia as they would go for the two-point conversion and get it. Harmony QB Winston Wallingford scrambling to keep the play alive. He gets a nice pass out to Taryn Counts, but they get stalled on that one. But it was all Moravia after that in the first half as Sam Close does it again, tiptoeing in his Jordans along the sideline, and he gets himself all the way down into red zone territory. But a penalty would bring that play back. Eventually, they would go on to score 16-0 after the first quarter for Moravia.
Some high school scores for you. As mentioned earlier, Milan beat Scotland County 26-12. Brookfield continued to roll as they beat Monroe City 28-0. Knox County took care of Putnam County 38-16. Boonville stopped Kirksville on a two-point conversion to win 27-25 as Kirksville fell at homecoming. Macon and South Shelby went back and forth. The Tigers took this one 28-21 with a late fourth quarter touchdown. Westrand held off a furious comeback from Marceline to win 34-31 on the missed extra point. As you saw earlier, Brock Hopwood threw for 5 touchdown passes as Humwa killed Iowa City High 35-0. Fairfield took care of Fort Madison 34-15. Albia kept things rolling 56-7. Davis County picked up their first win of the season 34-21 over Clark. Pekin handled Van Buren 55-20. The Warriors did score 20 points, however, as Schuyler County beat North Shelby 48-12.